Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we're going to do paper 1 2012 paper 1 question 13. This question is about more about polynomials. So in first question you should be able to see you will be given something and then you have to figure out if that is a factor of one of the function. It's either like that or it could be just giving you some functions of some numbers and then you just have to substitute in the whole equation like that. So the methods of the more about polynomials are very typical. So let's get started now. The first one, you have to find the value of k such that, so it shows that x minus 2 is the factor of this function. So if this gives you a lot of hints already, so you just have to substitute this one into the equation. What does x minus 2 mean? Just equals that x minus 2 equals to 0. So you move the 2 to the other side, so x is 2. And your next step will be just to calculate this 2 into here. So substitute k 2 cube minus 21 square plus 24 2 minus 4. And because you're not given any remainder, in fact you're given a factor, so it should equals to 0. Sometimes it gives you a remainder. If it's that case, then you should equal to the remainder that you are given. It could be different. And then afterwards you should be able to get 8k minus 40 equals to 0, and then move that 40 to the other side and you should be able to get k as 5. That is the case, then you just write k as 5. And the equation also, let's write it in a better way, just substituting the k, actually k to 5. Yeah, after that I'm just erasing these things so that it doesn't occupy much of the spaces, because we still have a lot to do for question 2 and these were not that important. You just have to write in the steps, and if you did not copy the steps yet, then you can just go back to the video, replay it, or do anything. So next you are given the graph of y equals to 15x squared minus 63x plus 72. So you see a square here, so that means this is a parabola equation, happy face, unhappy face types of things. And then q is a variable point on the graph in the first quadrant, so q is here, it could be different. And then p and r are on x-axis and y-axis. And then first question, let m0 be the coordinates of p. So if they are giving you, then let's us also write it m and 0. It's 0 here because it's on the x-axis, and the value of y on x-axis, see here, it's always 0. Yeah, and then the x we are given as m here. If this is m, how about this q? What's the x coordinate of the q? Well, it's also the same, m. But then we don't know the y yet, right? So let's write that as well, because this q point is on this function, this graph, and the x coordinate is m at this point. So we can use this equation to find the y coordinate. Just substitute m into the x. So it will equals to y equals to 15m squared minus 63m plus 72. Yeah, so that's why the q coordinate is this way. Cool. Yeah. And then how about the r? Because we have all these points, so it's better that we know most of the coordinates. It will be easier to see what the question is asking. So if the y coordinate of this point is this one, how about the r? At the r, the x is actually 0, right? Because it's on the y-axis. And this one will be same as q because it's horizontal. Horizontal, the y are same, and the vertical, the m are same. Until here, all okay, right? And then next, express the area of the rectangle OPQR in terms of m. So you have to express this rectangle area, and then in the answer you should have m at least. So how do we find the area of the rectangle? Well, it's length times width. So you need to know the length OP and also the length OR. Yeah, can we know OP? It's not that hard, right? OP is just the length of between here. We don't, for y it's 0 0, so no need to calculate that, and then we already have m, so that's why it's m. How about OR? Similarly, x no need to care, so that's why it is 15m square minus 63m plus 72. Until here everything alright. How about the area? Well, the area is length times width, right? So m times this, and afterwards just expand it, give m to every one of them. So 15m cubed minus 63m square plus 72m, and it's better to write square unit because it's the area, unless you're given cm or any unit that you have. So yes, until here. And then how about the second part of B? Are there three different positions of Q such that the area of the rectangle OPQR is 12? So for such question, they are actually asking, are there three different solutions if this equation, this area is 12? So we just follow their words. This area less equals to 12, and what do we get? 15m cubed minus 63m square plus 72m equals to 12. And this 12 just move here, and then you should be able to get that as minus 12 equals to 0. And the next step will be that, is there anything common, any number common? Well, if you're good at math, then you should be able to see there's something common. Yes, 3. 3 is common, so you will be getting this. Why I'm taking common? That is because I want the equation to look like part A. See, the numbers are same now, just a little bit different. And this 3 just move to the other side. 0 divided by anything, you get 0 as well. So that is your equation until now. How about next part? How do we find the answer of this one? Of course, there are programs. Most students already have it, but in this video I want you to clear the concepts, so I'm not using the program method. Or else, if in program you just have to click 5, negative 21, 24, negative 4, you will already get all the answers of m. Yeah, if there's no answer, then they will just give you a math error like that. But here we'll be doing the original methods. So for this one, if you have math sense, then you will be able to think of finding the value by using long division, because after long division you will be able to get two brackets, and the two brackets will be much easier to calculate using the calculator. So how do we do long division? Do we know any factor of it? Well, this equation and this equation, nothing much is different. Just the x and m are replaced. So if that case, even the factor x minus 2 will be replaced by m minus 2. So your first factor is m minus 2. And then how about the other bracket? You will have to do a long division. So long division I'll do on a separate page maybe, or because I might not have enough space here, or let me just try writing in a smaller way. 5m cubed minus 21m square plus 24m minus 4, and your factor is m minus 2. So how long division is done is, first of all, see the first letter m in the 5m cubed. So how, for m times what will be 5m cube. We have a single m here, we have m cube here, so we need at least m square more, and then 5 the number, so that's why it will be 5m square. So m times 5m square, we have 5m cube. We have done m times 5m square, but then we can't leave this negative 2 here, it will be alone, so we also do that. negative 2 times 5m squared, which makes you negative 10m squared. And then draw a line. There's a hidden minus every time. So 5 minus 5, nothing's left. How about negative 2 minus 10? Please use calculator. You will be able to get 8m squared. And the rest of the thing, just copy down because you have nothing to do with it. And then just repeat. M times what is 8? Yes. So 8m. And then you also write 8m squared, and then negative 2 times 8m, negative 16m, nothing else. 8 minus, there's a hidden minus. 8 minus 8, nothing. How about 24 minus 16? You should be able to get as 40m, and then minus 4. And then how about 40m? How would you be doing it? It will be m times 40. Did I calculate somewhere wrong actually? Because it doesn't make sense much. Plus 40. So 40m squared, 40m, and then minus 80, because it's not making it as a factor, but then it should be a factor, or else it's not correct. So let's see. Oh yes, actually here, okay, my ugly writing, this is a 21, not 2. That's why this is not 8. So here you have to calculate back. It shouldn't be that way. So negative 21 minus 10, you should be able to get negative 11m squared. And the rest copy down. And so here will be m times negative 11m, you get negative 11m squared. And then you can't leave negative 2 alone, so also times with that. So that will be plus 22m. And the hidden minus, the first part nothing left. How about second one? 2m, yeah. And then m times 2, so 2m. And then minus 4, so they are same, so there's no factor left. That is the correct answer. After that, then you have this factor, just put it here. Remember, just these things going up and this thing going up as well. Yeah, so you have to write that. So it will be 5m squared minus 11m plus 2. That is not your final answer yet, because you still have to do find the actual values of m. So we have two brackets, either one of them have to be 0, so that your answer is 0. So you also write it that way. M minus 2 is 0, or 5m squared minus 11m plus 2 equals to 0. This one, the negative 2 moves to the other side, you get m is 2. And then this one, you just click formula 01 in your calculator. So you click 5, negative 11, and then 2. So you should be able to get the answer is 2 and 1/5, right? Yeah, so the question was asking, are there 3 different answers of Q? Well, you see this 2, this is also 2, so they are same. So that's why you have to disagree, because they are not all the same. So you should just write it as so disagree, because m equals to 2 are the same. Yeah, so only 2 different answers or different positions. That's how you do this question. It's not that hard. Just calm down and then think what could be done. The hardest part was actually here. But then if in exam they give you A and B, they should be related in some way. So if you, especially when you have to find the answer, you need factorization first. For factorization, you need long division first, and then for long division you need a factor first, and then for this factor, you see here it was given, so you have to think something with this one and this one together. Yeah, so that's why we were doing it. We found this first. So that's all for this question. Hope you like it. And if you have more questions, feel free to ask on IG or even the comment section down below. Thank you.